Hello again. We are about to start our fourth match, this one for the 6A championship. But first, we want to honor our third and fourth place finalists. The third place finalist is Benton High School, and the third place finalist is Benton High School, and the fourth place finalist is Searcy High School. Congratulations to both teams. And now we are ready to introduce the teams for our 6A conference championship match between Greenwood High School and Russellville High School. First from Greenwood, we have Jonathan Ivey, who's a sophomore, Amber Alzafari, who is a senior. The captain is Tyler Marine, who is a senior. Hannah McAdams is also on the team, and she's a senior. Gayla Stiley, who is a senior as well. Their alternate team members are Taylor Ashman, who is a junior. Riley Farr is a sophomore. Ashlyn Compton is also a sophomore. Olivia Brashear is a junior. And their coach is Rick Clough. And assistant coach is Kara Efert. Let's hear it for Greenwood. Now let's meet the students on the Russellville High School team. Rhett Nagels is a sophomore. Michael Drogan is a senior. The captain is Nahal Anwar, who is also a senior. Emily Kennard is on the team as well. She's a junior. Yoshio Yamashita is on the team. He's a senior. And their alternate team members are Isabella Blair, who is a junior. Rayan Shuja, who is a sophomore. Carlos Segovia, who is a junior. Tony Leal is a sophomore. Katie Osborne is a junior. And Caitlin Williams, also a junior. And rounding out the team, Maddie Chaffin, a junior as well. The coach is Paul Gray, and the assistant coaches are Brandon Cooper and Johnny Barham. Once again, let's hear it for Russellville High School. The excitement for Quiz Bowl spreads throughout these communities, so let's take a look at the watch party underway in Russellville. You're looking at live pictures from Russellville. They are applauding their team.
Stand by.
Giving them their full support. And so now let's get to the action. Good luck to both of the teams. Here is Steve to begin the match.
Welcome back to Quiz Bowl 2019 on AATN. And we have had quite a long association with AATN and Quiz Bowl, and this match might appear to be deja vu to you. I don't know, because just a year ago we were watching these two teams, Greenwood and Russellville, play and compete, and they're back again this year. And I know they're both very excited about that, being back and representing their cities, but also representing all of 6A for the 6A State Quiz Bowl Championship. Well, good luck to both teams, and I'm excited to see y'all again. And we're going to have a great match today. Going to be another close one, just like our last one was in 3A, I have a feeling. All right, we are going to begin. If y'all are ready, everyone got their Quiz Bowl buzzers ready? All right, here we go. Also referred to as the French state, what is the name of the governing regime led by Marshal Philippe Pétain that ruled Nazi-occupied Nihal?
Vichy government.
The Vichy government is exactly what we were looking for. Good. Nikos Kazakis was a chief contributor to modern Greek literature. In which of his novels does a young Greek intellectual venture to escape his bookish life? Emily.
Zorba the Greek?
Zorba the Greek is exactly right. All right, the next question. In geometry, it is considered major or minor depending... Michael.
Arcs.
Arcs, very good. Question number 4. Most closely associated with the severe ascorbic acid deficiency known as Yoshio.
Vitamin C or scurvy.
I'll take vitamin C. All right, question number 5 is math computation. So grab your pencils and your paper, and we're going to put 20 seconds on the timer, and you have that 20 seconds to do this. Factor the polynomial 6x squared minus 19xy plus 10y squared. Amber.
3x minus 2y times quantity 2x plus 5y.
No. Russellville, the time has gone off, so I need an immediate answer. Yoshio.
3x plus 2y times the quantity 2x plus 5y.
No, you were both very, very close. It's 3x minus 2y times the quantity 2x minus 5y. So very close. But we have to be exact, don't we, with math? Number 6, coined by Gertrude Stein, what name is given to the group of American writers from the 1920s, including John Dos Passos, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Amber?
The Lost authors.
No. E. Cummings and Ernest Hemingway. Yoshio.
The Lost Generation.
That's what we needed. We needed the word generation. Good job, Yoshio. Okay, question number 7. Located primarily in Argentina with some of it in Chile, bounded by the Andes to its west. Tyler.
Atacama Desert.
No. Andes to the west, the Pacific Ocean to the east, and the Strait of Magellan to the south, named the 8th largest desert in the world by area. Nihal.
Tierra del Fuego.
I have the Patagonian Desert, or Patagonia. All right, number 7. Meaning ancient life in Greek, what era of geochronology, consisting of 6 geologic periods, is the earliest and longest of the Gala?
Paleolithic?
No. Of the Phanerozoic eon. And Michael?
Protozoa.
No, the answer is the Paleozoic. Paleozoic. All right. He and his wife, the goddess Sif, live in a huge palace named Thrudheim, which means place of might in Old Yoshio.
Thor.
Thor is the correct answer. Good. Posthumously awarded a Pulitzer Prize for Poetry in 1944 for the unfinished poem Western Star. Emily.
Bennett?
Judges? No. What American poet and short story writer won an O. Henry Award for The Devil and Daniel Webster? Tyler.
O. Bennett.
It's Stephen Vincent Benet. Benet. All right. What article of the United States Constitution defines the relationship between the states and the federal government, including determining how new states... Nihal.
4.
Yes. In mathematics, what type of numbers, such as pi, are real numbers? Amber.
Irrational.
You're right. Question number 12. Yes. All right, we're going to take a short time out, and so I can confer with our judges. I'm kind of chained down.
This spring, it's a season of the amazing and astonishing. In a cruel world, hope endures.
Whatever you think, you can never win.
Rebuilding our nation.
Reconstruction left a legacy of hope as well as violence.
From spectacular spring
They're hunting up high.
to revolutionary creations.
These are the inventions that have defined our age.
All this and more this season only on PBS.
Welcome back. We had a little bit of a conflict with our number of questions, and we actually had too many questions to give you in that round. And while that would have been nice to have another 10 points available, we decided to stick with 20. All right, we've cleared all of that up, and so here's your next question for you. One of the earliest exponents of the scientific method, name the British chemist Nihal.
Bacon?
No. Chemist credited with isolating sodium and potassium and inventing the miner's safety lamp. Tyler.
Davy.
It is Davy. Good job. I don't know if that was a guess, but it was a good one if it was. All right. Question number 13 or 14. Enraged by her husband's infidelity with the daughter of King Creon, she slew her and her husband's 2 sons and fled Corinth. Name this enchantress from Greek mythology who helped Jason and the Argonauts. Amber.
Medea.
Yes. Maybe not the Medea we're familiar with, but the Medea of Greek mythology. Number 14 or 15. He flew 58 combat missions in World War II and served as ambassador to the United Nations. He was chairman of the Republican National Committee, director of the CIA, vice president of the United States, and then became president of the United States. Name this former president who, on November 30th of last year, passed away. Amber.
McCain.
No. Passed away at the age of 94 at his home in Houston, Texas. Nihal.
Bush.
More specific.
George H.W. Bush.
Yes, that is correct. All right, there were 2 of them. Question number 16. This American photographer captured the plight of farmers during the Great Depression. Yoshio.
Adams.
No. With a portrait of Florence Owens Thompson, staring worriedly into the distance as 2 of her children bury their faces into her shoulders. Who is this photographer of the photograph Migrant Mother? That is Dorothea Lange. Dorothea Lange. Making his name as a labor lawyer, he defended Eugene Debs, president of the American Railway Union, for leading the Pullman strike in 1894. Identify this American lawyer who famously defended a high school teacher. Hannah.
William Jennings Bryan.
No. Who had broken a state law by presenting the Darwinian theory of evolution. Nihal.
Darrow.
Darrow was on the other side. Right. All right. Number 18, closely associated with the theater of the absurd. Name the American author and playwright who won the Pulitzer Prize for A Delicate Balance, along with 3 Tall Women, but is perhaps best known for a play, Who's Afraid? Emily.
Albee.
Albee is correct. Nicely done. All right. Number 19 is a math computation. We're going to put 20 seconds on the clock for the teams to answer this. Find the 11th term in the following arithmetic sequence: 39, 52, 65, 78, Michael.
161.
No. Tyler.
195.
169 is what I have, Michael and Tyler. All right, and the last question in round 1. Completing his 89-minute flight on April 12th of 1961, nearly a full year before American John Glenn, identify the Russian cosmonaut. Tyler.
Gagarin.
No. The first man ever to orbit Earth aboard the Vostok Ret.
Kerrigan.
No. Pronunciation is incorrect for both. It's Yuri Gagarin. Gagarin. All right. Since that's the man's name, we want to be exact with it, all right? All right, so that's the end of round 1 in a very good game. Russellville is leading the game 100-30. Do we have any challenges? Yes. We do have a challenge on at least one side, so we're going to take a few minutes and resolve the challenge.
to go to the moon and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. We ask God's blessing on the most dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
We have liftoff.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Chasing the Moon on American Experience, a 3-night special event coming in July, only on PBS.
One challenge earlier today, but now we have what?
Two.
Maybe two, yes.
Yeah, we have one from Russellville, and we also have one from Greenwood. And I'm not sure which one. I think there's one that might have to do with the math question, but I may be wrong about that. You can't ever tell. The pronunciations that were disqualified in that round, I think those were legit. I don't think you can challenge those to the point, and I think they were not pronounced correctly, so I'm not sure about that being part of it. This is, again, we go through this 5 minutes, and they have to produce written, not verbal, challenges. So the judges are going over this material, and they will make a decision on what they're going to do with them. It's possible that the two challenges are, one is challenged and the other one is re-challenging. They're challenging the same question. I don't think that's the case, though. I think I saw, when I saw Rick go up from Greenwood, Mr. Clough, I'm sure it was a different question. And this could make a difference in this game. The game is farther apart than we would expect at this time, especially with these two seasoned teams. There's a 70-point spread, but I will expect that this score is going to tighten up, and a lot of times the challenge makes the difference. I've seen them win or lose games.
It can change the momentum.
Oh, it can change the momentum. And something else that we need to talk about, too, is that when this is going on, the team members need not get involved in this, not the ones that's in front of the camera. The team members that get involved in this are off the camera, and they're talking to the coach. The coach goes to the bench where the judges are. That's the only one that can talk.
Now, we know they arrive with milk crates full of books for moments like this, the challenges. Can you use Google and...
No.
No. It has to...
You have to have... And that's why you see them come with milk cartons full of books and material and all kinds of things. Some of them put them on wheels and wheel them in. You might have 2 or 3 of those boxes that students carry to come to tournaments, especially the state championship tournament. I mean, you want to have all the material. You haven't got time to go back somewhere, and there's not a library close.
Run out to the car to get the book. And so you can't say, we're having a hard time finding it in the book, so someone pulls out the smartphone and Googles. That doesn't work.
No, and see, that's the important point about the students that are behind the coach. They're doing all this research. They're doing all this thumbing through while the match is going on. Then they have to formally write out the challenge, and the coach takes it and goes to the judges.
So it's an important part of the match.
Very important part of the match. Very important. A lot of times they will research something, and the coach will turn around and ask them, is it worth a challenge? And the students will make the decision. They'll say, no, not worth it. We won't win this one.
Alternate team members are an important resource for the team.
Very important.
Not only do they substitute sometimes, but they're keeping an eye on the entire match. Well, let's see what's been determined. Let's go back over to Steve.
Well, welcome back to our 2019 6A state championship, an exciting one. And we had a challenge at the end of that round. In fact, I think there might have been 2. And we're going to go to our judges now to see what they've decided.
Okay, so the first challenge that came to us was over the pronunciation on question number 9 of Bennett versus Benet. In the rules, the way it is established, if the pronunciation is plausible and would only be read, in other words, the student had never heard that spoken before, then we will go with the plausible pronunciation. So we will award those 10 points to Russellville for question number 9. The second challenge was presented by Greenwood on question number 4. And it was on an attempted blitz for vitamin C or scurvy. He used the word or. Scurvy and vitamin C are not interchangeable terms, so we're going to dismiss that as a correct answer and deduct those 10 points, and then give just another toss-up to Greenwood as the bounce back for that.
All right. You've heard the ruling of our judges, and so we've added, thought we'd added 10 points over to Russell. Then we took 10 points off, though, didn't we? So that's where I got a little confused. So we're back to 100, right where you were when we started. But Greenwood, you have a chance now to pick up 10 more. Let me turn to my extra questions here for you and try to find a comparable one to the one that was asked. And here it is for you. What series of elements on the periodic table include the elements with the atomic numbers 57 through 71? Amber.
The lanthanide series?
No, they are the rare earth metals, All right. That brings us now to the end of round one, and an exciting round it was. And now we're ready for round two. Oh, I apologize. We have another challenge by our Greenwood team, and so we're going to take a very short break and allow them to make their challenge to the judges.
So we're trying to sort through what's happening with the challenges.
And that makes a third one for this quarter. I did say before this game started, these are seasoned coaches. You're not going to get anything past them. Rick's been coaching for a long, long time. Russellville's been here several times, same coach. These coaches are listening. They've got their team members that are off the camera. Again, they've got them alerted to catch everything that goes along. And we just saw one of these was successful. I mean, when you get these challenges coming in, you're talking about 10 points one way or the other.
So even though the teams are fairly wide apart at this point regarding points, no question is too innocuous to just let go. Every question matters.
No, yes, every question matters. This goes back to the deal, too, when you're talking about competition. I know you're competing against a different team, another team, but your competition is between you and that question. And that's what they're doing. They're analyzing every question that's going along, and that's how they catch these little things that go along. The one about the pronunciation did surprise me a little bit because that is a very difficult challenge to make because we're not taping this and you can play it back and listen. The judges have to use their best knowledge in order to be able to say, okay, what was it that I heard? That's what they're doing. And what was it did we hear and then get together? And, you know, even though it's only 5 minutes ago, you might have talked yourself into hearing something else.
Sure.
So that's a hard one to win. They want it.
Let's talk strategy overall. Okay. It's not just get the right question. There's a lot of research involved and
lots.
The strategy. Give us some insight.
There's a lot
you coached for a long time.
Yes, there is a lot of strategy in this, and you will notice how that when you're getting prepared for these matches, you will have one young lady or one young man that has studied a certain body of knowledge. So a lot of times when you see them play, you will see them kind of glance to another member when they hear the question being read because they know it's going to their body of knowledge. And they do that. Sometimes you'll have a pair, like we saw in the Mountain View game. You will see a couple of them play off of each other. They know which one they know and what. And you'll see body language that reinforces them. The strategy behind the coaches is when they lay that out, they know who to put in and who not to put in. Now, on toss-up, anything can come up.
Sure.
So you really don't know. You got to put 5 different people up there and hope that they're very good. This match will tighten. This match will get really, really close.
During the 60-second round, that's one of the times things tighten. And also speaking to which student has which expertise, you actually need to know that during the 60 seconds. And why is that?
And sometimes on the 60-second round, you don't only have to worry about what you know, but like if they pick your opponent picks a different round, you've got to put somebody in there that can catch the throwbacks. So you may put a substitution in there that will take care of that. It's pretty important.
It's far more complicated than it appears on the surface.
That's right.
All right, let's see what has happened and been determined on the latest challenge.
Welcome back to this 6A championship. And we've had an exciting one already, although we've only played one round. And our judges have had a challenge from the Greenwood team, and they're ready now to report on their judgment.
The challenge was on the extra toss-up question as to the elements 57 through 71 being rare earth. He was able to show documentation that is also the lanthanide series. Those are interchangeable, so we will award those 10 points to Greenwood.
All right, very good, and that's a great challenge from the Greenwood team. And I did not know that, Dammer, but you did, so very good. And that's an excellent challenge. So next time we'll know that both things are interchangeable for that. All right, I think we're finally ready to move into this. Now, I need to ask, do we have any substitutions? And we do. So we're going to take just a very quick, brief pause to substitute players. Welcome back to the 6A state championship that we're slowly moving through. And Russellville has brought in a new player. Isabella is in for the second round. Isabella, good to have you. And then over here on the Greenwood side, we brought in both Hannah and Riley. Riley, I wish I could make my hair do that, and then I'd be a lot better looking on camera. All right, we are ready to begin this second round. And Nihal, if we get a bonus question for your team, I'll be looking to you. And Tyler, if you get a bonus over here, I'll be looking to you. All right, here's the first toss-up question to try to get a bonus. While in a contractual dispute with Warner Brothers, this artist changed his stage name to an unpronounceable symbol. Emily.
Prince.
Yes, very nice. Excellent. And you have earned your team a bonus, Emily, called Best Picture Oscar Winners. All right? What I'll do is I'll give you the year and the lead actors, and you will give me the winner of the Oscar for Best Picture of that year. Ready? 1994, Liam Neeson, Ralph Fiennes.
Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Schindler's List.
You're right. 2008, Tommy Lee Jones and Javier Bardem.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
No Country for Old Men.
You're right. 2016, Mark Ruffalo and Michael Keaton.
So this came out in 14. Birdman?
Yeah.
Birdman?
No.
Oh, dang it, it's Spotlight.
1992, Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yes. So you got 3 out of the 4. And the one that you came up short on, Spotlight. Spotlight. All right, now that's one of our 4 bonuses down. Both teams ready for our next toss-up question, and here it is. Though the term was not used at the time, name the man who is generally considered to be the first Prime Minister of Great Britain. Yoshio.
Cromwell?
No. Greenwood. Tyler.
Chamberlain.
Well, that's he was certainly one of the prime ministers. It was Sir Robert Walpole. Walpole. All right, number 23. During her senior year at Yale in 1981, at just 21 years old, what American architect entered into and won? Yoshio.
Lin?
Lin is the correct answer. Maya Lin, designing the Vietnam War Memorial. Good job. All right, and you've earned a bonus for your team called Bodies of Water. When given a description, identify the body of water being described. Largest lake in Africa?
Lake Victoria. Victoria. Victoria.
Yes. By area, the largest bay in the world?
Bay of Bengal.
Yeah.
Bay of Bengal.
Yes. Sea that separates the Italian peninsula from the Balkans?
Aegean.
No, this is.
Adriatic.
It's not the. It's not the. It's
Answer,
Adriatic.
please.
Adriatic.
Yes. Located in South America, the highest navigable body of water?
Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca.
Okay, go.
Yes. Let's go. Lake Titicaca.
You're absolutely right.
I got to say that on Lake Titicaca.
Don't know what you find humorous about Lake Titicaca. But we'll go with it. All right. Very good job. You got all 4 of those right, so super. And we're going to celebrate with a math computation question. And everyone have their pencils and paper. We're going to put 20 seconds on the clock. Convert the binary number of 011000001 to decimal notation. Tyler.
97.
Tyler, that was very quick and very right. Good job. All right. So we're going to turn to our bonus questions and see what you've ended up with. You've ended up with constitutional amendments. Constitutional amendments. It says, given a brief description of an amendment, identify the number of that amendment. Here we go. Protects against illegal search and seizures.
4th.
Yes. Sets forth procedure for raising congressional pay.
27.
Yes. Maybe we ought to do away with that one. Number 3, guarantees the right to a speedy trial.
7.
No. And contains the Equal Protection Clause and the Due Process Clause.
5.
No. That one is the 14th. And the one for a speedy trial is the 6th Amendment. All right, that's the third bonus. We have one more. And let's see if we can get it with this toss-up for both schools. Ready? The first entry in the American Trilogy series, it focuses on Jewish-American businessman Seymour Swede Levoff, the father of a middle-class family whose daughter sets off a bomb in protest of America's involvement in the Vietnam War. Name this Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Philip Roth. Tyler.
American Pastoral.
Tyler, you've done it again. Good job. And this bonus, and our last one of the match, is called Literary Devices and Terms. All right? Given a definition, identify the literary device or term that I'm describing. All right, extreme pride and arrogance that brings about downfall.
Hubris.
Right? Play on words that produces a humorous effect.
Pun.
Yes. All right, arrangement of words and phrases to create sentences in a language.
Syntax.
You're right. And 2 things being seen or placed close together for contrast.
No. Juxtaposition.
Juxtaposition.
That's absolutely right. Tyler came through, or Jonathan came through just in time on that one. All right, all 4 correct for a total of 30 points on that, and you've taken us out of round 2 unless we have any challenges. With this group, I'm never sure. We're going to make a decision. Yes, we are going to research a challenge, and so we're going to take a few minutes to allow Greenwood to do that. Welcome back to our 6A state championship match. And sometimes a coach will do some research to see if he can or she can prove a point or make a change in the score. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. And so they withdrew the challenge, deciding that it wasn't a viable one. But you have to sometimes research to know whether it would work or not. So they've withdrawn that. And so that takes us to the end of round 2 with the score Russellville 155 and Greenwood 90. They've tightened that up, which we knew that they would. And so now we're going to allow Greenwood to pick first for the lightning round. That's 60 seconds of 10 questions. And Tyler, here are your categories you might choose from. They include first ladies. Given the maiden name of a first lady, identify the president with whom she is associated. All right, you might also prefer artist and their work. Identify the artist who created each of the following works. But if you don't like those, you might choose category 3, which is called the periodic table. Given an element, name the element that lies directly above that element on the periodic table. Teams, you have 1 minute to make your decisions.
There are artists everywhere. All you have to do is look.
State of the art, they curated this exhibition of work that would probably have never been seen. I've never heard of any museum doing that.
Our idea was to go out on the road, to meet with 1,000 contemporary artists, and to go into all of the communities that make the United States what it is. And what we found was amazing.
I don't think everybody's story is being told accurately in the whole history of art. So taking a survey of American art, I think is actually pretty brilliant.
Tomorrow afternoon at 1. Welcome back to the 6A state championship here at AETN Studios for 2019. And Russellville and Greenwood are in a heated battle, right in the middle of that battle, and we're about to play what we call our lightning round. It's the third round out of 4, and each team gets 1 minute to answer as many as 10 questions. If they answer all 10 correct, they get a bonus of another 20 points. So that's always the gold standard for the lightning round. Over here in Russellville, they've brought Rhett back into the game, and Carlos is in. And Michael, you've kind of moved down a little bit, but he's in the game. And then over here, Taylor's into the game for Greenwood. So good to have all of you in for this lightning round. All right, while we were on break, the Greenwood team got to choose first from our categories, and they chose the periodic table. And then of our other 2 categories, Russellville chose first ladies. And so we'll come to you here in a minute, Nihal, but we're going to go over here to Tyler and Greenwood and give them a chance to answer these questions about the periodic table. It says, given an element, name the element that lies directly above it on the periodic table. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Molybdenum.
Chromium.
Yes. Strontium.
Calcium.
Yes. Iridium.
Rhodium.
Yes. Hafnium.
Zirconium.
Yes. Lead.
Tin.
Yes. Neon.
Helium.
Yes. Aluminum.
Boron.
Yes. Francium.
Cesium.
Yes. Platinum.
Palladium.
Yes. Sodium.
Lithium.
Yes. All 10. Awesome job. And so because of that, as I just explained, they not only get their 100 points, but they get a 20-point bonus. And so congratulations to Greenwood. And now, Nihal, I've known to pass over to you that they're bouncing back, but you have the opportunity to do just as well here on First Ladies. Okay, so are you ready? It says, given the maiden name of a First Lady, identify the president with whom she is associated. All right, are you ready? Frances Clara Folsom.
This is Cleveland. Cleveland?
Yes. Elizabeth Virginia Bess Wallace.
This is Truman. Truman?
Yes. Nancy Davis.
Reagan?
Yes. Grace Anna Goodhue.
Coolidge? Coolidge?
Yes. Jacqueline Lee Bouvier.
JFK. Kennedy?
Yes. Sarah Childress.
This is Polk. Yeah. Polk?
Yes. Dolly Payne.
This is Madison. Are you sure? Yes. Madison?
Yes. Ida Saxton.
This is William McKinley. McKinley?
Yes. Thelma Pat Catherine Ryan.
Nixon?
Yes. Mamie Geneva Dowd.
Eisenhower, yeah. Eisenhower?
Absolutely right. Very good. That's exactly right. Why they brought Red and Carlos back into the game. Good job. And so, two great teams and two great results on our lightning round. When that puts us at the end of that round, and I assume there are no challenges at all in that round. Russellville at 275 and Greenwood at 210. Still a very close game. And we will see if we have any substitutions. Do we have any on this side? All right, we are going to make some substitutions, so we'll take a short break while we do that.
More than 5,000 miles of travel in the state of Arkansas, visiting 22 schools in the process, all for just one purpose: to find the coolest, most unique programs and the most amazing educators the state of Arkansas has to offer. Join us as we showcase just a few of the bright spots throughout the state. Catch a new episode of Cool Schools every Thursday on our Facebook page, or find out more at aetn.org/coolschools.
Well, welcome back to our 6A State Championship for Quiz Bowl 2019, and what a pleasure it is to be here on set. And I know you folks are watching at home or watching at the watch party or wherever you might be. You're enjoying this too, because we're seeing some great young people, some very intelligent young people who know a lot more than I do. So it's very nice to see our schools doing such a good job. We have 200 points left in those 20 questions of 10 points each, and so it's still anybody's game. We're going to throw it open to just these 20 toss-up and individual answers, so get your hands on your buzzers and let's determine the 6A state champion. Although he rejected the term and preferred to be called a realist, he is considered one of the founders of Impressionism. Name this French painter, sculptor, and printmaker who was famous for painting ballerinas. Tyler.
Degas.
Degas is correct. Question 32. Earning renown at El Alamein, his insistence that invasion forces be increased from 3 to 8 divisions was essential to the Allies' success at Yoshio.
Gladstone?
No. On D-Day in 1944. Who is this British field marshal who became ground commander, of the Anglo-American forces under Dwight D. Eisenhower? The answer is Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery. All right, question 33. What is the name for two lines that do not lie in the same plane? Tyler.
Skew.
You're right. What literary term is defined as the repeating of a word or expression at the beginning of Emily?
Anaphora.
You're absolutely right, Emily. Good job. Consisting primarily of hot ionized gas. Yoshio.
Plasma.
No. What is the name for the outermost region of the sun's atmosphere that sits directly above the chromosphere? Tyler.
Corona.
Corona is the right answer. Good job. Perhaps best known as a philosopher, he is considered the father of analytical geometry. Yoshio.
Euclid.
No. Which was integral to the discovery of infinitesimal calculus. Who is this French mathematician who created a coordinate system that specifies? Tyler.
Descartes.
Descartes. Good job. In August of 1980, he sowed the seed of rebellion in the Soviet satellite state of Poland by leading a strike at the Lenin shipyard in Gdansk. Rhett.
Walesa.
You're right. Next question for both teams. She won the 1923 Pulitzer Prize in Poetry for her Ballad of the Harp Weaver, just the third woman in history to win the award. Who is this American poet who wrote Renaissance? Emily.
Malay.
Malay is correct. The first American to win the Nobel the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1907. Name this German-born American. Yoshio.
Röntgen.
No. American physicist who established the speed of light as a fundamental constant and invented the... Jonathan.
Einstein.
No, it's Albert Michelson. All right. Question number 40, halfway through the round. The symbol for the idealistic, restless youth of the 1950s. Michael.
Peace sign.
No. His most iconic films were released posthumously following his death in a car crash in 1955. Name this actor best known for his roles in Giant and Rebel Without a Cause. You're breaking my heart. That is James Dean. James Dean. All right. Well, I'm an old guy, so, I remember. Number 41 for both schools. Inspiring the leaders of the French Revolution and the Romantic generation, name the Swiss-born French philosopher who wrote discourses on inequality and the social contract. Yoshio.
Rousseau.
Yes. Which trigonometric function can be expressed as the quotient of the sine divided by the cosine? Amber.
Tangent.
Right. Question 43. Invented in 1888 by its namesake chemist, identify the name of the industrial process by which, Nihal?
Bessemer?
No. By which bauxite is refined into aluminum. We do a lot of it here, don't we, in Arkansas? It's called the Bayer process. All right, a forerunner in the 19th century tradition of Russian realism. Name the Ukrainian-born Russian humorist and dramatist who wrote the short story, The Overcoat. Yoshio.
Gogol.
You're right. His attack on Saguntau in 2019 BCE marked the outbreak of the Second Punic War, and his victory at Cannae, Yoshio.
Hannibal.
Hannibal is right. All right, ready for question number 46. In 1735, he published his first version of Systema Naturae, in which he offered a system of naming, ranking. Tyler.
Linnaeus.
Linnaeus is right. All right, question 47. Considered by Muslims to be the most sacred spot on earth. Tyler.
Mecca.
No. Identify the name of the small shrine located near the center of the great mosque in Mecca, which Muslims orient themselves toward during their 5 daily prayers. Nihal.
Kaaba.
Kaaba is what we were looking for. Good. What is the name for a dilation where k is less than 1 and produces a figure smaller than the original figure? Michael.
Contraction.
No. Greenwood. Tyler.
A shrink.
Reduction, which is very similar to shrink. So, I might give that to them. I don't know. Number 49, satirizing contemporary life through a luckless protagonist who ineptly faces societal forces beyond his control. Amber.
Catch-22.
No. Name the British author best known for the mock science fiction series starring Arthur Dent, known as The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Emily.
Adams.
Adams, right, Douglas Adams. And the last question of the match. Fought between German and French forces from February 21st to December 18th of 1916, named the longest battle of World War I, in which estimated casualties for both sides totaled nearly 700, Tyler.
Stalingrad?
No, 700,000 soldiers. Nihal.
Marne?
No, it was the Battle of Verdun. Verdun. And that was the last question of the match. So let's look and see here what we have. Are there any challenges? None on either side? All right. So I have the official word that this is the correct score. And so our runner-up in 6A this year is Greenwood, and our state champion in 6A, Russellville High School. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Russellville. This was quite a battle.
It was. And we would have expected that, but what we would not have expected is two 60-second rounds and both of them being run in the same game. Last year, we had two 60-second rounds run the whole day. 7 games, and you had 2 of them run, and that was not in the same game. Then we come up with these 2 teams, and they each run their 60-second rounds, which means it didn't impact the game. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, they both got 120 points from either side.
But those were
that's
impressive.
Remarkable.
Very much so.
Yeah.
First ladies and the periodic table, the element, was it above or
Yes,
below?
they gave them an element, and you were supposed to tell them the element that was above it on the periodic table. That's pretty remarkable.
It was great. It was great to watch.
And the young lady handled it correctly. The captain was just repeating what she was telling him. There are a lot of things that we saw that was very positive in this game. We know this was a rematch, and I think last year, I think I'm correct in saying Russellville was the state champion last year. That means they are the state champion in 2 times in a row, and may have been 3 times. Russellville has been here several times.
Strong program. We know what time it is now, so let's head back over to the set with Amanda McMahon and Carolyn Schry for the awards presentation.
Okay. Congratulations on being the 6A runner-up, Greenwood, and here is $1,500. And here's your trophy. Congratulations. And congratulations, Russellville, for being the 6A state champion. And here is $3,000. Congratulations. And here's your trophy. Good job.
Pat Spencer, I'm going to let you do the 2 coaches real fast.
Okay, I can.
There's a little question about this one.
Okay. Hi, again, I'm back. I'm Spencer Watson. I'm currently the president of Arkansas Friends of Quiz Bowl. We're here to present a couple of awards. We are the organization responsible for the Coach of the Year for both the junior and senior divisions of Quiz Bowl. This is open to nominations for any coach. The nominations can come from students, they can come from other coaches, they can come from parents, but the voting itself is open to AGQBA coaches. And so that's important because our Coaches of the Year are actually chosen by the coaches themselves, not by us, not by our board of directors. This is recognition from one's peers. So I just wanted to very quickly present our 2 awards. First, we'll go with our senior division because we have actually just seen how very hard he will fight for his team. His nomination from students says that obviously he sacrifices a number of hours to practices, to travel, but he's always willing to go the extra mile for his students, sometimes quite literally, but certainly in the course of a game. So I just wanted to say congratulations to Mr. Rick Clough, the coach of Greenwood. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. And our junior coach of the year happened to receive, again, this is based on popular voting, but she actually received more nominations in the junior category than any other coach. Her students credit her with teaching them not just how to play the game, but how to be better competitors. They say that she very much emphasizes sportsmanship, and which includes winning and sometimes losing with class. And in that way makes her players not just better competitors, but better people. And so we want to say congratulations to Nita Wimberly, our junior coach of the year. Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, now we had to have a little consultation about this MVP thing because, man, it was close. It was down to the wire. And actually, it needs to go over here to Tyler, who is the MVP. So come get this, Tyler. We actually had it initially figured wrong and was about to announce the wrong person because Yoshio was right on your heels there. So, but you hung on to it. The rest of the all-tournament team is Yoshio Yamashita from Russellville, Will Livingston from Lake Hamilton, Henry Bethel of Benton, Amber Al-Zufari of Greenwood, Joshua Williams of Searcy, David Wolfork of Pine Bluff, and Emily Kennard made it as of this game from Russellville. Congratulations, all of our 6As.
Congratulations to all of our winners the first half of the day. They've done an outstanding job. We're going to take a break now, but we will come back at 1:30 this afternoon with the 1A, 2A, and 7A matches. So don't go away. We'll see you in about an hour.
Are artists everywhere. All you have to do is look.
State of the art, they curated this exhibition of work that